Good afternoon. Hopefully we are looking professional. It is me, Mushy. Yes, I'm not in my car. Went to the doctor. He told me, no, bro, you ain't gonna be driving for a week. I said, what? He said, yup, and here we are. Now I am in my house, and a lot of people have been asking me this question. Mushy, how do you do your taxes? Mushy, where do you go to do your taxes? Mushy, do you use this for taxes? How much do you pay for taxes? What do you deduct on taxes? Who was the last person you called in your phone? And all these questions, man, I get them on Instagram, Discord. If you ain't following the Discord, link down in the description. YouTube, it's everywhere. I cannot escape this question, bro. Everybody wants to know how I avoid taxes. Now, I want to preface this by saying I am not a tax expert. I am not a certified accountant. I am a monkey. I don't know what I'm talking about. And anything you get in this video, anything you learn from this video, you didn't learn it from me, right? So let's get started. If you want to learn how to avoid taxes completely, we first have to figure out how we can lower your taxes for the DoorDash driving alone. So I went online and I found everything I could on write-offs that you can make for DoorDash. The first being mileage. Mileage is probably the biggest and best write-off you have when you do DoorDash. As long as you're not riding a scooter or a bike or walking in New York City, right? You can't deduct, you can't deduct yourself walking, bro, but you can deduct driving a car. For the next year, or this year, actually, whatever it is, you can deduct 56 cents per mile. And a lot of people, they confuse this, right? They think that it's only the mileage from the restaurant to the customer. Not the case. As long as you have the Uber Eats app, the Grubhub app, the DoorDash app open, you can deduct those mileage, right? So for my house, it's about a 3.5, maybe 4 mile drive to the plaza. And I turn on my apps as soon as I leave my house, and I am in the act of delivering orders, right? I'm rejecting a lot of them because usually when you turn on the app for the first time, it's a lot of garbage that comes in that no one wants to take. But as long as the apps are on and you are willing to take orders, those miles do count for you driving anywhere, right? So it doesn't have to be just for the restaurants to the customer. It can be anytime you have the app on. Now, I just want to say this. If you're thinking about going to the grocery store to pick up groceries and you're like, oh, I guess I could deduct these miles while I turn on the Uber Eats app, that is solely on you, and I did not tell you to do that. You did not hear that here. Again, I am a monkey. I don't know what I'm talking about. Second thing, parking. Parking is, I don't really deal with this in my market because usually it happens downtown or if you're in a big city. But parking, if you pay a toll, hey, something sold. Yes, sir, Callaway. I told you I'm at Callaway. Y'all watch the eBay content. Anywho, parking, if you pay a toll for parking or if you pay like a pay by license plate, I know I used to do that when I went to USF. Terrible decision, man. College, boring. I was all about making money, man. But hey, if you pay for parking, you can write it off. Number 3, what is number 3? Tolls. Tolls. If you generally, if you are driving for DoorDash, you should not be going through tolls because tolls cost a lot of money. But if you do end up going through a toll accidentally a few times, you can actually write those tolls off if you just keep track of them. But there is a button you can click on the apps or even in your maps to avoid tolls, which you should always do. You should not be paying tolls to do deliveries, bro. What's wrong with you? Anyways, number 4, cell phone usage. You can deduct the data that you spend running DoorDash, right? Because you're usually not on Wi-Fi and you're using your phone for work, right? You can't deduct the entire bill, but you can deduct a certain percentage of it for how much you worked. And if you want to know how to do that, just go to your local T-Mobile, Metro, Sprint, Verizon, AT&T. Go there and figure out how much you pay per hour, basically, or per day. They'll tell you. They really, it's a pretty intrinsic thing for them to do. They'll probably tell you they don't want to, but you pay them, they'll do it for you. What are we at, man? Number 5, insulated bags. Me, I don't pay for insulated bags because I got the free Grubhub ones. If you're not signed up for Grubhub, definitely sign up for Grubhub because your first 100 deliveries, you can actually get free Grubhub bags that cost about $25. So this doesn't really count for me, but if you pay for cup holders, I know people go to Michael's to buy that cup holder, that's a write-off. And you can also write off your hot bags. Number 6, inspections. When I was looking this up, I couldn't really find much on it, but what I'm believing that inspections are is if you have an inspection done on your car that's done for work, basically done for DoorDash, you can actually write that off. I've never had an inspection done on my car, so I don't really know how this works, but someone out there, if you have had an inspection done on your car and you use your car for work, you can write that off, baby. Number 7, what we got? Repairs. Now, this is the thing. A lot of people believe that you can deduct or write off repairs and mileage at the same time. You cannot do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. Bro, I'm sorry. You can't do that. Whoever told you can do that, they are wrong. You have to choose one or the other. Repairs, mileage. So the thing is also with this, what I never understand is, why would anyone choose repairs over mileage? You drive way more than you're going to have repairs on your car. And if your repairs cost more or will give you back more on your tax returns than mileage, then it's time for you to get a new car, bro, because your car is about to break down. Number 8, health insurance. Us being independent contractors, we do not get our own health insurance. When you work for a company that offers health insurance, your boss, the person that owns the company, CEO, whatever, they are the ones that are tasked with paying your health insurance. Now, as an independent contractor, you ain't got no boss, baby. You a big baller. Let's go. So you actually, if you have your own health insurance, you can actually write that off. Might not have known that, but now you do. Number 9, retirement contributions. If you have a 401k and you put money into that 401k, you can write that off. That's all I know about that one. Number 10, roadside assistance. If you have a flat tire and you have like AAA or State Farm, Progressive, State Farm, I don't know if I said that, and they come out and they charge you a fee to replace your tire while you were on an active delivery, you can write that off. Now, if you get a flat tire in general and you're just going to pick up some lube for your girlfriend, sorry to say you cannot write that off. But if you do have the DoorDash app on and the Grubhub app on and the Uber Eats app on, there's a little bit of loopholes there, man. Anywho, now that we know the 10 things that can really lower your taxes, how do I actually get around to paying almost none in taxes, bro? So with me, I always preach multiple businesses, multiple sources of income, multiple side hustles, because they help, right? They help. What's the thing that millionaires and billionaires and all rich people have? All rich people don't just have one business. They don't just have one company. They have money going in to separate places, right? Let's take Elon Musk, for example, owns SpaceX, Tesla, Starlink, Boring Company. The list goes on, right? So the money that he makes from Tesla, or basically really just his stock in Bitcoin nowadays, he can put that money into his other companies. Now those count as expenses. Yes, sir. When you do taxes, you have your profits. Well, you have your gross income, you have your profits, and then you have your expenses. You see that? You see that triangle right there? Boom, boom. That triangle right there, expenses. That's the triangle right there. You see, that's why all the Illuminati, bro, because you gotta, they just know what they're doing, bro. Anyways, so we're gonna talk about mine. We'll start with YouTube. I don't get a lot of money from YouTube, so it's pretty okay with me to go out and get things that are relatively expensive to try to cut back on those YouTube earnings. The Sony camera I use, $700, tax write-off. The GoPro, that was like $350, tax write-off. The mic that I just bought, $120, tax write-off. And just other little things like that. Let me see what I wrote down. Hotel video. If you guys remember back when I did the Hard Rock hotel video, because it was such a main focal point on the YouTube channel, I can actually write that off. And I think that hotel ended up costing me like $600, something like that. So that was a lot. That was a lot of money that I can actually write off. So that is my second business, which brings my, it brings the total down for what I have to pay in taxes. Now, this is the big one right here, my eBay business, right? My eBay business, I take the money from DoorDash, right? Whatever money I make from DoorDash, and I put it in my eBay business. Sorry, got a little dizzy there, man. I'm still taking my medications, man. They are taking forever. What's this? Oh, that's not another sale. Dang it. Anyways, that does bring me to the next thing, eBay. So my eBay business, I don't know what I said. I really got so dizzy back then, but I use my DoorDash money to buy eBay things, right? So okay, let's just start with this, right? So let's say I make $100 on DoorDash, but I put 40 of it into my eBay business to buy products that don't sell. It's so weird how I can't really explain it in the short video that I'm doing right now, but because I'm funneling money from this company into this company, that means that I don't really owe the taxes on this company. Now, remember, I'm a monkey. I don't know what I'm talking about. If you do the same thing, that's on you. But my expenses are a lot higher for my eBay business than my profits, right? What I buy on one Monday might take 2 weeks to sell. And in the time that it takes that 2 weeks to sell that one item, I am already spending more and more and more money buying more products, right? So the business, my eBay business, is not profitable. And for good reason, right? Your business, think of DoorDash. DoorDash is not profitable. Uber Eats not profitable. Why are they not profitable? Well, you don't have to pay taxes if you're not profitable. Look at Amazon for its first 12 years. They were not profitable. Did they pay taxes? No, they didn't pay any taxes. So it's not illegal to run a company, to run a business that doesn't produce a profit. And if it doesn't produce a profit and you're taking money from this company to put it into this company and this company is not making money, what taxes do you owe, bro? That's right, none. Exactly. Now, I also can deduct from my eBay business mileage, which doesn't really matter too much. It's not that big of a mileage. I can also deduct other expenses like the rack, $20 rack that I bought to fit the shirts, packaging expenses, blah, blah, blah. You guys understand what I'm saying, right? I'm taking money from one company and putting it into another company that's just not profitable. And that is how I pay very, very low on taxes. And that is why I preach multiple sources of income. Not every income source has to be profitable. I know you see a lot of these videos like, oh, I make $1,000 with this company, $20 on this company, 50 here, 500 here, whatever. Not every company has to be profitable. If you have a company that isn't profitable, you ain't paying no taxes on it. You ain't paying no taxes on it, man. That's it. That's how it's done. And again, if you really want to know how you can lower your taxes and not pay so much, please talk to your accountant. Please talk to a expert, man, because a YouTube video, I'm telling you right now, I'm not trying to bash anybody, man, but no YouTuber that's doing DoorDash is a tax expert. I'm sorry. Unless there is one guy who did DoorDash and then went to school to be an accountant, right? At that point, okay, man, but watching YouTube videos is really not the way to learn about taxes, because what works for me may not work for you. And if you do the same thing that works for me, but you do it differently than I'm doing it and it doesn't work for you, it could be really bad. And I know a lot of people file their taxes with TurboTax. You like to do it yourself. I never was a big fan of that. My accountant is $120, man. If you can go out and make $120 the day before you see your accountant, pay him the $120, they do all of the work for you. You ain't gotta do nothing but bring in a couple receipts, a couple pieces of paper talking about, yo, this is how much I worked, this is my expenses. They do it for you. That's just my opinion, man. You do whatever you want to do, whatever makes you happy, whatever is your best option. But this is my tax video. I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully you learned something. I know there's been a lot of tax information out there lately with the DoorDash community. And again, what works for me just may not work for you. But thank you for watching. And I'm tired of being in this house, bro, man. I want to go back to work.